Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're the first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Saturday night at the CrossFit Games. If you had Jay Crouch and Bailey Martin in your top 10, we're going to Vegas.
And the Heat 1 app had even one of those guys that high.
You know what, Bruce? You can just go ahead and leave. We don't need you on here.
He's here for everybody.
He didn't mention Amy.
Yeah.
He mentioned every single person but Amy, so got it.
Dang it, Bruce.
And Amy even brought in the close-up.
I even washed my hair.
Amy is the biggest Australian lover in the world. If
It's
she
true.
doesn't have Bailey Martin and Jay Crouch in her top 10, nobody does.
I don't.
They are currently sitting in 6th and 7th place, respectively. Bruce says you weren't here last night.
That is true. Because it was way too late past my bedtime.
So we went early tonight.
Yep.
Joke's on you now. It's cool not to wash your hair.
Whatever.
ACR's in the house. Jody Lynn's in the house.
How
All right,
electric
cool.
was it in that Coliseum today, though? It was awesome.
It was. But we're gonna go through this a little systematically. I've taken some notes here in the last hour. Amy hates notes. She likes to freelance.
I do. It's more organic, but go on.
So we started with a 5K this morning outside, beautiful weather. After all of the heat and humidity of the week, we had a really nice morning to run a 5K.
Masters were a little later in the evening. It wasn't terrible. The community got the brunt of it. But yeah, it was a good morning for them to run.
And
there
the team was out there getting footage, and Amy and I were either shopping or working. We'll say working.
I definitely was working. Shopping for work.
So there, we had the 5K. Only the second event I did well in on the Heat 1 app all week long. It came down to, there was like about a mass of 5 runners that kind of held the lead for a very long time. But I want to talk about the coverage because of that, the women never got shown on the broadcast. The camera kept it on the top 5 men for almost the entire event, occasionally catching a glimpse of Emily Rolfe, probably because she was in the top 10 of the men.
Yes.
Yeah. It's true.
What's your 13th? I don't know.
I think 15th overall is what it ended up being.
Okay.
But I think she was out there for a little while, further ahead than that.
Yeah.
And there was no other woman close to her.
Bruce, I wish.
Yeah, we told the listeners you had a date with Con Porter last night.
Oh,
That's how the hall pass thing came up.
Okay, got it. I wish.
So what it ended up being was it was a runaway for her. But on the men's side, it came down to, as Jelle Hoste put it, nobody wanted to push it, so I put the hammer down. And he did. He kicked it up. Adler tried to go with him. Adler could not keep up. And it ended up being a win for Jelle Hoste. Adler was 100 points behind Roman coming into the day. Adler needed some distance between him and Roman. Didn't get it because Roman went dead on sprint to finish right behind Adler in the 5K.
11 seconds. They're just
Well, in a 5K, the 11 seconds seems close. But nobody finished in between.
That's quite a bit.
So it could have been 2 minutes. Nobody finished in between.
yes, that's unfortunate.
So it was just three points for Adler. That's it.
Good pick, Bruce.
Elise ran a 5K slow. Do we want to talk about the actual distance?
I think we told them yesterday. Didn't we tell them
Yeah.
that it was 2.8? Yeah. I ran it, clocked it. It was 2.8 miles. There was a lot of people commenting on that today.
A lot.
Barbell spin.
Yeah, and the Hinshaw and the team said they measured it 3 times. Then our researcher Holly Dugan and Brian Spin were deep diving into what the cause may have been. Did they have the wheel set to yards instead of meters, which would have made up that about that distance?
Well, so Hinshaw comes from running triathlon world, and Amy and I did talk about this yesterday. Most courses are measured like in the center, and that was a pretty wide course because it had been set up for probably more so for the community, but there was bigger heats. The Masters had a large chunk that went at once, so they had it set pretty wide. And if you would have, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it would make up quite that much, but maybe a tenth. I could see you. I don't know. I could see you getting close to 3
Yeah,
miles.
I could see a tenth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which yeah. So it's certainly possible they wheeled it from the center of the course, and I'm assuming 90% of the athletes, probably more, hugged the curves tightly, and that's going to make it shorter.
So I know you guys are complaining about the lighting. Again, we're at a Super 8 hotel. We're lucky that we have electricity.
We're lucky.
But what happens if can you take that lampshade off though?
No.
Would that make any more room? Okay.
I just hold this here.
No.
Yeah. And we didn't pack studio lighting, which
So-
I actually do have, but I could have brought, but it's already cramped. And someone asked where Charlie was. Charlie actually headed back to Columbus. So I'm moving up to room B right after this podcast so we can have a little more breathing room.
Yeah.
So the 5K ends. Arielle Loewen did really well in that. I did not expect her to finish in the top 4. I think maybe even 3.
She took third.
Yeah, amazing. She's having one hell of a week.
Dude,
She is.
Elise wants to know who snores the most. I think that's Jess.
Got
Jess.
sitting up.
Jamie's not answering.
I said Scott.
I don't know.
Oh, you said Jamie's not answering. Sorry. Okay. You cut out.
You can say if it's
I
me.
don't know.
I don't care.
You don't really. You just like wake up coughing.
I do. Yeah. Yep. But Jess snores while she's editing.
I feel like once Jess actually lays down and gets to sleep, she's all right.
And now she wants to know who farts in their sleep.
Well, I
haven't
I
heard any.
actually snore too. So bring your headphones.
Yay.
Yeah,
Um,
I wear earplugs, so
Hey, your little face thing.
yeah.
So anyway, we finished 5K. We moved back into the Coliseum, where I want to talk about something else before we get to the event. And that is, back in the day, they used to have something they draped over the fence that said what the workout was. Like
Which-
super old school, just a piece of fabric they put over a fence. They
They
have
do
so
have that.
much cool, yeah,
I do that.
they have so many cool video boards now in the arena. Not one place is the workout listed.
Yeah, we had some gripes about that today.
And when you get into something like interval 1 and interval 2, where you don't know the rep counts, it's really, really confusing. And there's a lot going on when you're here live. You don't have a broadcast telling you what stuff is. In the team competition today, your guess was as good as mine as to how many of whatever they were doing, because you had 2 teams at one end of the floor, another 2 teams at the other end of the floor doing different shit, and all of it different reps.
It took me probably 2 or 3 minutes to figure out what the final team workout today was. And I think I'm pretty good at like reading the floor and understanding the workouts. And I'm just sitting there watching it thinking, oh my gosh, anybody who isn't like, I honestly, even if you're familiar with CrossFit, just watching from home was probably like, what is happening?
Yeah. Ronica, Jamie's business partner back in Michigan, said, I hope to God this isn't on ESPN.
She did. Yeah, she was confused as well. It just finally for us, it did end up getting posted on the big screen, but it was pretty late into the
It was
workout.
in between heats, so we had to go a whole heat
Oh.
guessing.
We finally kind of knew what it
And
was.
then when it came, yeah.
Yeah, it was just, what is it scrolling? Like in the past years, it scrolls at the top of the leaderboard what the workout is. And so if you're just tuning in, I don't know why they can't do that for us in the,
And hey, it may have helped Roman to know that you don't skip
Oh,
the box jumps and go right to the rower during his workout.
that costume.
definitely
Um,
cause.
But what you were saying on that, Scott, it would be helpful also. Like, okay, maybe it's not posted on there, but hey, you know, they told everybody to download this app and that this app would have all this information. It is the worst app. It literally just says individual competition, 8:30 to 4 p.m. That's it.
I agree. I keep going in there, well, we were sitting there and then like, there'll be times where I like try to drill and see what the workout is and then I'm like, oh yeah, can't figure that out on this app.
Well, there's times where Amy's like, what time does this start? I've given up. Like the app is so bad, I've just given up. If Holly puts it out for us, that's good enough. We'll just go with whatever she put. I trust her because that app is awful.
How bad is that though? You're at your Super Bowl and you don't have a working, I mean, it works, I guess, a little
Or
bit,
to, yeah, and to tell you where to go. Right?
Yeah.
Where is the course? Or where is this inside? Is this outside? I mean,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
times you don't even know. There's times you don't even know if it's in the Coliseum, North Park, an outside trail, whatever. Yeah. But Jody's saying, tell us something good. I'll tell
okay,
you
you're right.
something
Let's
good.
go.
So we get to this next individual event, which was the box
Interval
intervals.
intervals. Jeff Adler made a move.
Yeah. Jeff crushed it.
He did. And what I learned on that event is the first interval doesn't matter as much as the second interval, unless you're Kelly Baker,
Yeah,
which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
The stamina, a lot of people just went dog ass tired on that second interval
yes.
and lost whatever lead they had. Man, Adler was crushing it.
Yeah, he made a statement. There was no one close.
And Vellner
I mean,
too.
so did Vellner.
Vellner was good, but Jeff's still.
Yeah.
I think Vellner was third. Janikowski was second.
I thought Vellner.
Okay.
And just so y'all know, Emma Lawson would have been third in the men's. That's how amazing that woman did.
She blew it out of the water. As much as
Hold on.
Laura, as much as Laura won the arena event yesterday, Emma did that today.
These are the reasons I wish there was e-scoring. Things like this.
Yeah, when you win an event by minutes, there's no incentive to do that. Emily winning the 5K today.
Yeah,
By minutes.
What happened?
Yeah, guys. Vellner took first in that. Jeff Adler took 7th.
Oh, so it was Vellner who put this. Yes, my bad. Vellner is the one who made the statement. Yes. Yes.
But Adler made up a lot of ground on Roman.
On Roman, yes, because Roman had.
He made up
not
about
very-
half of the point difference. And Roman had a 100-point lead coming into the day.
Yeah, it's not 100 anymore.
No. So yeah, Vellner did have a great day. Now let's talk about that, because this is something I love that's coming to the sport, is that the personalities are back. I'm not even sure they were ever
Yeah.
there.
Like it or love it. Yeah, I almost feel like occasionally they were almost pushed to not have a voice and not have a personality.
And I don't know if it came through on the telecast, but when there was a point where people were cheering for Roman for the second half of intervals, and Vellner had enough, and he started doing the like this, and the place just blew up for him. There was a lot of gamesmanship there. And like Jelle Hoste saying he put the hammer down in the 5K. The chicken wing bumping on the Helena last night. Adler saying, "Oh, you guys didn't think I could run, did you?" There's a lot more trash talking.
Cornway lifting 1 more pound than
Yeah,
Matt.
Cornway playing The Price is Right with Nick Matthews.
Right.
Every time Nick Matthew put a weight on the bar, Cornier went 1 pound heavy.
It's great.
Yeah.
And the looks back and forth were freaking awesome. And I think that is going to help grow the sport. When people are willing to say those things. Roman last night at the press conference saying he's here to win the prize money. All of it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Leck saying that Vellner will smash the next event.
What? So kind of what we were talking about with the top 3. I think Roman won't smash with the ring muscle ups, but your Jeff and Pat are both going to crush the muscle ups.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And with that 100-point lead, we go into the weightlifting event today. And there was just some ridiculousness going on in that weightlifting event. What Jack Farlow did today was off the chain. After 3 days of competing,
Insane.
3 days of competing at the CrossFit Games, to put up a clean and jerk of 396 pounds is just stupid.
You know that guy's legs were tired. He pushed hard in intervals. He was
Yeah.
his box. He was in the lane closest to us, and his box was covered in sweat. And I didn't notice that in any other lane. That he was pushing so hard. And like there were a couple guys, you could tell those last few box jumps were dicey, like they almost tripped on their box. So after running and doing those box jumps, how do you even have leg power to stand up a clean that?
He had like.
I know he had to bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
Wow.
Jody Lynn, Jack Farlow, 21 years old. Whoa. Elise said he wanted to go out with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't gonna.
Yeah. He
Nothing.
did.
He could do.
But this is what makes legends, right?
It's so freaking cool.
He wasn't going to win the games this year. He's incrementally getting better. He's going to school full time.
Yeah.
All of
But he
these
set a
things.
record.
Right. So I did hear tonight there. This has been done live one other time by Guy at Wadapalooza,
Okay.
but Guy did it fresh. Jack did it after 3 days of competition.
Yeah.
Right. At the games, not Wadapalooza.
At the games. Yes. So, but what that is going to do for him to take his career to a professional level, I think is massive. That is what legends are made of. So,
Mhm.
so yeah. So that happened. Adler did enough to make up a lot of ground on Roman, and Chandler Smith is not going anywhere.
But his lifts are ugly. I mean, his snatch was okay, but come on, that clean and jerk was ugly. I think we all know that. He knows it too.
It ain't gotta be pretty.
Yeah, one of our listeners texted
Yeah.
me and said he's been doing this for 72 years and he still can't clean and jerk.
So mean.
So, but that 100-point lead that Roman had coming into the day is now 13 points.
Mhm.
13 points. So we got a race going on tomorrow in the men's division. On the women's side, Laura Horvath is strong. In case you didn't
Yeah, she-
remember,
She was
she's
on a
pretty
mission.
strong.
She was so focused.
She was very focused. She was talking to herself out there.
Matt playing.
Yeah.
Getting some.
She was
Yeah.
hyping herself up.
But Emma Lawson wasn't going anywhere. She Steady Eddie. Her and Arielle Loewen are putting on consistent performances. Emma just has a little bit more of a home run swing.
Yeah, she's
At
able
this
to get
point.
those first.
The podium of the women are separating themselves from the pack, and Emma is separating herself from the other two. I think Emma has a
48 points.
I was going to say 50, but 48-point lead. And I think Arielle is in third with a pretty good chunk.
20. Oh, over Alexis?
Yeah,
42.
yeah, 42-point lead from fourth to third.
Yeah.
So they're doing really, really well. And that's going to be fun to watch. Depending on what pops up tomorrow, that could be a game changer.
Well, we know number one.
Yeah,
It's great
and,
for all
and
three of
all
them.
three of them are going to be
I
fun.
don't think there's gonna be much separation there. It's great for Alexis Raptis too.
Amy, do you ask a question?
Yeah, I was going to say that the day those for the women also started off differently with our girl, Kelly Baker getting the chance to actually come back today, which she thought she wasn't going to. Which I know we joked because she said she had a cheeseburger and a beer last night. But then didn't she say to you that was going to help her with the lift today?
She actually said it on the loudspeaker in the arena. That it was going to help
Got
her
it.
lift
Okay.
more.
Okay. Got it.
And the chat is blowing up that she had a great day.
She did have a.
Yes.
She almost made the next cut,
Yep,
which was something we wanted. Go ahead.
13 points for making the next cut. To come in to be told you're cut from the competition, and
Go have a beer and a burger.
and then get an email late at night that says you're in.
Get up and run a 5K.
Yeah.
Ish.
and crawl your way up to 21st, almost making the cut again, has got to tell you something is wrong with these cuts. I mean, if she would have snuck in to 20th and then competed tomorrow and possibly finish 14th overall, can you imagine someone at 31st finishing it at 14th? That, like, not having that opportunity is not okay. And there's a what would you say 12, 13 point difference between Roman and Jeff right now? What if even even one of those guys that was cut yesterday was a great runner and actually could have middled them in that 12 seconds. Makes that race even tighter. How much more enjoyable is that? Right. We didn't think Jeff had a shot of closing that 100-point lead. If you leave some of these people in and we can get some more middling points, it just makes that race even tighter. That's what people want.
And the argument that they can do things more creatively with the workouts, what would have been more creative on the 5K if you had
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone could have ran. There's room on that course.
Right.
Plenty of room.
Yeah, I think it makes the leaderboard more movable. And I think this year was a great example of why it moves more.
Bruce will not budge on this. He loves the cuts. Bruce, I don't know how you can be okay with Kelly being cut yesterday. Like, had things played out, you can't. She's in 21st place. She just gained 10 spots. That's money in her pocket. She probably got more exposure than.
Yeah, that was my next thing is just like Jack Farlow got exposure on that lift, Kelly Baker became a star today because of being cut, let back in,
Yep.
and then crushing the day and being featured everywhere. That probably made her trip plus way more.
And had she just gotten her foot in her rower strap, she probably would be making it.
Yeah, on interval 1, she could not get her foot into the strap of the rower. It felt like to me, because I wanted her to get it in there, it felt like 10 seconds. It was probably 4 or 5.
Which I think cost her. I mean, I think she was only 2 or 3 seconds out of several places. That was really tight. That 9 to 9:01 was very, very tight. So like 4 seconds. I don't know if it would have gotten her 12 points, 13 points that she needed, but would have been awfully close. Would have made that lift really even more meaningful.
Jamie she needs to get out of the bubble. She just made it to the games barely. She had an accident at semis, and that's the only reason she was on the bubble to get to the games. She was in 6th going into the last event.
Yes.
She dropped a sandbag.
Yeah. I don't know how you can say somebody that's finishing basically middle of the pack is a bubble athlete. Like, so you think the bottom 20 athletes all should have not even been at the games? Like, you could take any of the top 100 people and they all have a shot of doing well. Like, I don't like that argument. Someone at 100th in the world could come to the games and finish top 20. I'm completely confident in that statement.
They're different tests. Every competition is a different test.
Exactly.
Depending on how the workouts are designed, different athletes are going to succeed or fail based on that. So every competition, you start at 0. Lex says, fueled by beers and burgers. I think that's going to be a new t-shirt.
Especially in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
After the game, it's pretty cool.
She'll wear it.
So yeah.
I'll wear it.
So that's the Kelly stuff. That's the cuts on the female side. We lost Amanda Barnhart today. We lost Christine Kohlenbrander today.
Yeah.
Anybody other of note that you wanted to bring up?
Well, I was bummed for James Spray.
Well, yeah. On the men's side, we lost James Sprague. We lost. I don't even remember. It's been such a blur.
Oopnix just made it in. Ebig got
Sam
cut.
Cornier.
Cornway, Benito, Papalainen, Sprague, Bronislaw, Jack, Luke Parker, David Sharunke, and Ant Haynes. That's your cut for the men.
Oh yeah, Aunt.
Yeah.
Amy's new crush.
It is a new crush. I think I have a type.
Yeah. I'm not sure I could pick Ant or Con out of a lineup. if they were there
Well,
together.
I can. Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
So I know back away, someone asked what
Abigail.
Abby Domick got cut too. Yeah.
Mm.
Someone asked him what the vibe was like here in Madison. I think it's compared to last year.
Thanks, Bruce.
Compared to last year, I think it's better, much better.
Yeah, I do think I'm enjoying it better than last year.
Tristan Patrick jumps in, Kelly's coach, to say I'm late, but cuts are whack.
Cuts are very whack, Kristen. Full board with that.
So anyway, the vibe overall at the venue, it just seems more of a hustle and bustle, kind of around everywhere in Vendor Village, around everything. The arena, people are getting on their feet a lot. Now, the only thing I would say is the sandbag event last year brought more people to their feet, and it was
Holy cow.
much louder
That's
during the
the
sandbag event.
Yes.
wild in the stadium.
But I think it was the design of that lift that took so long, where people like could get revved up into that lift. But it was loud in there for the big lifts today. It didn't sustain like last year with the sandbag.
Yeah, it's still not full in there.
And the other thing I'm going to say is, I think that Dave Castro he wants to end the days earlier. I think that is a goal of his. That sandbag event was late Saturday night. There were some people juiced up and having a good time in that arena Saturday night. The last individual event this year, it was done at 3:00.
Yeah.
Very different vibe. When I was walking out after the team event at 6:00, people were like, "Man, I felt like I was in Vegas. I was inside and came out, and it's actually daylight." Yeah. So I think that also contributes to the vibe in the Coliseum. But the other thing about the Coliseum is it's been at capacity for a couple years.
Yeah.
And I think they need to move to a bigger venue.
Yeah.
And at that point, then you'll get a little louder crowd.
Yeah.
Kenneth says, who didn't get cut? Colten Mertz. We're going to actually talk about that in a little bit different way here in a minute. So I wanted to look at my notes, just make sure I covered everything.
I had one more note on team event 9, the P bar, V bar. I also felt like that one was a little overprogrammed. There was, I think, only 9 teams that finished. Out of 30.
Only 2 teams in the first 2 heats finished.
Yes.
So yeah, it was definitely overprogrammed. And for the first time all weekend, I questioned the judging.
And it mattered a lot. And I think the
P bar dips it was rough. So yeah. I have 2 things left on my list. One was the press conference.
Okay.
We went to the press conference tonight. We were one of only 2 media outlets that went to the press conference tonight, which featured Dave Castro, 2 members from CrossFit Invictus, 2 members from CrossFit Oslo Navy Blue. And we pretty much just got to ask questions. I won't bore you with the team questions. There were some good answers, and it was fun getting to hear from them. But we asked Dave Castro that coming in, he said that his main focus was using his years of experience to tweak and improve what the team had put together so that it was a more enjoyable watch and easier.
Tell the story on the
And
floor.
tell the story on the
Big
floor
that,
better.
Right.
Not just visually, but also in the makeup of the workouts. And I asked him how that went. how he thinks that's gone. He went on for like 10 minutes about that. And I can't wait till it's released. We'll clip that and we'll get it out to everybody. But I think it's something he's very passionate about. One thing he did talk about in that is the one thing he was very bad at when in his previous stint over the games was that he never mentored anybody because he didn't think he was going to get fired. And then he did get fired. So this time he said that he made it a point. He's making it a point to mentor those people on the team and to collaborate as opposed to impose onto the what's going on.
Amy, what are you doing
Yeah.
over there?
Sorry,
I think
I was
Feature
losing
wall.
you guys.
I think it's when Jess hits her keyboard. It's interference.
Really?
Anywho,
So, I thought that was a very candid remark from him, and a cool thing to discuss.
I got the impression he still was unhappy with some things, and as Ken said the other day, Bob's got his pee-pee slapped. I have to.
Oh, gosh.
Well, and the one thing he did say too is that he doesn't really enjoy the games as they're going on
Just something.
because his whole focus is it running well? Is it a
Yes.
good test? Is it fair? Is it being judged correctly?
Yes.
And he said he doesn't even know who's in the lead.
Nor
During
does he
the
hear who, as long as it was done, like, as long as it was fair.
Yeah. Bruce says it's crazy because he was in the military, and as a leader, you're always mentoring and your subordinates. Well, I'm just telling you what the man said. But he did say that because the question was brought up in a way that we're going to have different winners this year, which I thought was a little bit premature since one of the champions is still on the floor.
yeah.
Oh, he's written them off.
Yeah.
He must be looking at the leaderboard a little.
Yeah. But he said that if the leaderboard comes out with some international flavor, that only helps CrossFit grow. Because if your champions are from other countries, it helps grow the sport in those countries. So he was excited at the prospect of that. But overall, it was I thought it was a really good press conference.
Yeah, it's good.
Dave, when we got Dave the other night, it was Grumpy Dave.
Yeah.
He must have had a good day, even though that he said he's still tweaking and trying to figure things out. I think he had a better day today, and he
Maybe
was
he was just happier that it was earlier, that he was getting out of there.
yeah.
That could be it.
I will say one funny thing. Chris, the head of the media, was saying, well, we have 5 minutes before we go. And Dave's like, nope, we're going now. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's go now. And in the past, there was always like this fanfare of, and not any dig on these people, but Justin Berg and Adrian Bosman would kind of give their address of what happened for the day. And then they'd open it for questions.
Yeah.
There is no address. It is straight to questions. Let's get this done. Let's move on.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked them both days.
Yeah. So I thought that was. I know you're not fighting Bruce. I'm just telling you.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the last thing that we kind of posed out there, and this kind of goes to the Colten Mertens thing, is they started giving away a most improved athlete award. Last year, I think it was the most unfair choice ever. And I made that statement last year. They gave it to Roman. I don't know how you can improve when you weren't there the year before, or the year before that, or the year before that. I think it should have gone to Seung-Young Choi, who got cut in the year before and moved up to 22nd place last year. I thought she deserved it. Don't, in your first year of giving it out, don't make it a humanitarian award because of what maybe is going on politically with Roman. Now off my soapbox. This year we have some very legit candidates.
Mhm.
One of them being Colten,
Mm.
the other being Alex Kazan.
Correct.
So we want to put that out to you, the audience. Who do you think should be the most improved athlete? Colten Mertens, who made it past both cuts.
It never made it,
Never
has never
made it.
made it past a cut, and now has made it to the final day of competition.
Yep, that's
Correct.
true.
Alex Kazan last year finishing 25th, and now sitting in 6th, I believe.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
tremendous improvements.
And like 22.
Correct.
Elise says Colten.
Bruce, I was
And-
on a riff and I was saying things.
Says Colten.
Yep. Colten.
I think I personally
Yeah.
would probably go with Colten if I had a vote in it.
So Colten is my friend. But I've got to go with Alex. Colten, it's a great story. He's
you
made
have
two
to,
cuts, right? But in the last couple events, he's trailing down a little bit. The trend is not up right now. Alex Kazan in a stacked field is sitting in 6th place. 6th.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see where they finish tomorrow to have a better say, but it's something for the audience. To
oh,
think
even
on.
your mom
Mama
saying Colten.
Schweitzer says Colten. What was that, Amy? Sorry.
I said, even your mom says Colten.
My mom has Colten shirts, just so you know. That she's got a bias.
Yeah. Oh, great question.
Jody, yes.
Not today, no.
Sporty Beth sat in the same section as me again today.
Oh, wonderful. She probably requested that ticket.
Oh. Oh. And the funny thing is, Sporty Beth's agent keeps talking to me. So it's just crazy. Bruce says Alex won the West semifinal. She's expected to be up there. That's not what this award is about.
But I do think that puts a little bit of like it takes away from her growth in our minds because yeah. Lelena, I agree. We can't really decide till tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's not a fun way to answer.
No, I gave my vote for today. And I would,
We're a talk show.
I think the audience should chime in. I gave my vote. Let's vote.
What was the question?
Alex or Colten for most improved.
I would say Alex. I'm
Amy, who's your vote?
I'd say Alex.
The chat's with me.
Oh, listen to what Aaron says.
So that,
Come on. Thank you.
man, all the family members are jumping in the chat tonight. Where's Scott Radowski?
He's
Yeah,
not
would that
going.
change your opinion if the top 4 women were in and Alex was really in 10th? Is it much of an improvement?
It depends to me on if Colten keeps slipping.
Okay, that's fair. I agree. Yeah,
I mean,
Alex isn't slipping.
I don't think she will,
I mean,
but there's some people out there.
Oh, these are great points you're all making here.
Elise, there's no criteria about how many years you have to be
Apparently,
there.
you don't have to be there. We
Right.
understand.
Yeah, Roman wasn't even there the year before and won the damn award. So there.
Is it most improved during the game?
We-
Or is it just most improved during the season?
The way it was explained is most improved from the year prior to this year. When they handed it out last year, when I was sitting in the arena.
It's like I can see why they gave it to Roman because of like he improved throughout.
Maybe you should go to Jelle.
Listen, Roman has been great forever. We just haven't seen it because he wasn't allowed in the country.
And is that the same case with Jelle? He just didn't make it last year because of the mishap.
Oh, he's a rookie. A rookie can't win most improved.
Then
Yeah, he might be rookie of the year. Or Bailey
mean-
Martin.
So wasn't Roman?
What about Bailey?
yeah, Roman would be considered a rookie.
Was Roman not a rookie last year?
So technically he was not because in 2020, the first part of the games was online.
Oh,
What about Bailey Martin for rookie of the year?
Hmm.
So rookie of the year is done by the way where you place. There is no judgment call. It is the highest finishing rook, and there's a male and a female. There used to not be, but last year they split it. There is a male and a female rookie of the year, and it's just based on where you place. So it's going to come down to Bailey Martin and Jelle Hoste on the men's side, and on the women's side it would be
That be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's never competed in the elite.
Did you see her? Did you see Hebner's post?
I did not.
So there was like a screenshot of her from like his comment. So it was 3 months ago. He asked her what her goal was for her rookie year, and she said, "What did you place your first year?" He said 18th, and she said, "I want to do better than that." She's sitting in 17th right now.
Wow. Jacob hasn't been here.
Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen
Oh,
him.
you have?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's here.
Oh wow. That's-
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
I love him.
Elise says Martin can definitely get the rookie of the year. He's looking good. He's a good looking man.
What dude isn't that's competing at the CrossFit Games? Is not a good looking dude.
We don't want to go down that road.
Yes.
Yeah, we're positive.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Oh, here. Come on.
I will have you know, I did check on Stacy Tovar today in the broadcast booth just to make sure everything was going okay.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes, just in case anybody was worried. Yeah, all good. Yeah, she's gotten some body work done. And she's ready for the final day.
Oh, great.
There's no campaigning, Bruce, for rookie of the year. It's just
So-
where she finishes.
Tomorrow we've got three more tests.
And we only know one.
We only know one. The muscle ups. What is it? 3 rounds?
Yes, 3 rounds, 5.
5 rounds
Oh, yeah.
over 3 logs.
Oh, okay. 7 muscle ups.
Yes,
Okay, and then a sandbag over 3 logs.
3
Like 1
bags.
round.
3 bags over the butt.
3 bags over. Okay,
3
that's what it is.
different bars. 1 sandbag over each round. And the bags increase in weight.
Hmm.
They didn't say that, but you can tell by looking at the video that the bags get bigger each round. But you have to take the 1 bag over the first log, Then carry it.
Right.
over the, yeah, and you yourself have to go over the log. And then you have to carry the bag to the finish line, go back, grab, do the next. Bruce,
I've heard that.
I don't want to
Bruce.
kick you out.
You have heard that, Amy?
Yeah, I have heard that. People from home were actually texting me and asking me, and I said, well, I can't hear her, but I'm just here live, and they were just saying that it was not great.
I thought she added some flavor to it.
I'll have to catch some of the.
But I only watched the 5K this morning. That's the only thing I saw
Mm.
that she commentated on. And then a little bit yesterday early. So, but that chat on the broadcast, and they hate everything.
Yeah.
They were probably asking when the strongman event starts.
Because they're advertising that Rogue Invitational like it's their job at the venue every 5 minutes. Hey, did you hear what's happening in Austin? Yes, we heard it 700 times already.
Yeah. Well, ACR on the description, 100, 150, and 125, 200 ropes.
Yeah, the video they showed in the arena did not have the full description. So, anyway, nothing can
Elise,
break
I
my
think
love for Stacy Tovart, Bruce.
yeah, Elise, we're talking about Stacy Tovar. I just didn't know if you were thinking we were talking about Olivia. But okay. Sorry.
I have my beefs with Chase. So there you go. I like Chase as a person. Love Chase as a person. But I don't really care how he would have attacked this workout. I want to know how Pat Vellner's attacking the workout.
I mean, I feel like, but that's what you like about like Stacy. She's able to put her perspective on it.
But
And she talked about herself running the 5K.
But she just did it. She just ran that course.
Yeah.
Like the day
Chase
before.
isn't out there doing it, so it's a little different. Yeah, I agree.
That's my only beef with Chase is that a lot of times he says what he would have done, but Chase hasn't competed since 2011.
Yeah.
Like
it's a different
it's
sport.
Exactly.
Sport these days.
Yeah.
I actually like Adrian Conway better. I think, but that's just me. And listen, I am a sports fan there are announcers that people love and people hate, and they're the same person.
Yeah.
And when it comes to announcing, you're going to love one and hate another. And it just is what it is. Everybody's taste is different. It's like a Chinese restaurant, right, Judy Reed?
Is she in?
She's not.
She's not here tonight.
She's not. And Jody loves both of them. So, yeah. So there's that. I think that's
it.
That's it for the day. We have one final day. We'll do one final show. And then next week we'll have a roundtable. We'll have Thursday Night CrossFit Talk, and we'll kind of debrief everything and see where we're going. That's kind of the plan for the week.
You have any prediction for a final?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, so my men's podium coming in was
like a workout.
Oh. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Dave loves the slow finish. I told you I loved the yoke carry in the next to last event last year.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have made it a finale. I kind of want them to bring the heavy kettlebell deadlifts back.
Well, I think we're definitely going to have deadlifts.
Yeah, because we haven't really seen them.
Yeah. I mean, I think both of the final two workouts are going to have barbells.
We haven't seen.
We've only seen
pegboards. We haven't seen.
Ooh.
That's true.
Handstand push-ups.
We've seen handstanding.
Oh yeah, we have freestanding. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go
with like a
I'm going to go again. I'm going to go the redo of 16. The pegboard into the
17.
Echo bike into the heavy deadlifts.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Okay, I can see
and
that.
You know what that prediction is?
What?
Yeah, Fibonacci. Was it?
It wasn't fast.
No.
It's a
Isn't that the one? Isn't that what gave us the Cara Saunders Tia Toomey finish?
Yeah.
no.
Sarah and Katrin.
Not Fibonacci.
No.
Katrin and that was the one I just said.
Katrin and Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the Ben Smith.
Yes. And
Ben Smith win over Matt Frazier in 15.
yes.
That was the pegboard, echo bite.
A deficit handstand push-ups.
Jody Lynn, you are the best.
Oh
Oh my goodness. You just need to change the word verbiage to Culver's, Firehouse.
We have had a lot of callers.
But we appreciate you so much, Jody. You're the best.
Thank you.
If you need cabinets done, call Jody. She's great at them. And Elise says barbell cycling. Jamie's been saying that all day too.
There will be, because we just haven't seen it. We've seen a lift, and that's it. That's the only barbell
Yeah.
we've seen.
Amy, you got a prediction?
I don't know. I kind of like what you said. I mean, I feel like we're definitely going to see deadlifts of some sort. That's just the one piece I'm feeling
I do agree, deadlifts.
pretty strong with that. I wonder if they'll bring out the parallel bars again.
I mean, they had them out there for teams today, so
Right.
we definitely could see them.
Yeah.
We have two events. One of them could be the parallel bars, and then one could be that
Right.
slow. Dave loves that slow finish. We're getting a slow finish again this year. We didn't last year with Jackie Pro. I think that's something that he wants to correct. That's what builds the excitement for the finale in the Coliseum.
Yeah. Not dumbbell deadlifts.
Did you have a prediction, Jim? Did you say one?
No,
Well, you're the one that's the question. You better have an
I
answer.
don't have an answer. I just think there's gonna be barbell cycling, but that's not fast, so.
And then
No.
we'll finish the show with your podium picks for tomorrow. We have some info now. Who do you think is going to finish on the podium for the men, the women, and who's going to win between Oslo and Invictus?
Do we know the team's first workout tomorrow? We don't even know that.
I don't think so.
And they start at 9 a.m., don't they? They're the first time. We gotta know that. Pete?
So I'll start.
Okay.
I came in saying my podium was Adler, Vellner, Roman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking with it.
Me too. I was just going to say them.
I also came in saying that the women's would be Laura, Emma Carey, and I'm not sticking with that.
Emma, Laura, I think Annie.
Annie was my third too.
I think it's gonna stay as is. I think it's gonna go Emma, Laura, Arielle. I don't think there's gonna be enough shifting to change.
I think it's going to be Laura,
Don't do my girl.
Laura, Arielle, Emma.
I will be so thrilled if Emma wins this games.
Yeah. But Laura's going to be Laura's really hungry.
I know she is. She is going to be fighting hard for. I just don't.
And she's going to crush that muscle up.
She will.
That,
Mhm.
yeah.
But so will Emma.
And so will Arielle.
I know. That's the thing. They're probably going to be 1, 2, 3 in most of these events. So how do you gain the points back?
Is anybody going to have a mistake? Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to come down to on that. And then I think Invictus is going to win it. I think they feel it. It's their 15th straight games with
Wow.
a team.
They've been in first for what, 3 events now? Like they've been holding it.
They had a big lead, lost a little bit of it today. But I think, or tonight, but I think the last day is usually very CrossFitty, and that's going to go right into Invictus's
Mhm.
wheelhouse.
ACR, I like where your head's at.
Hmm.
I don't think Alexis can jump Arielle though, unfortunately. Arielle is just solid right now.
She's
Yeah.
on fire. Do you have what's your
Oh, team workouts posted. Dang, Holly.
Amy? What's your podiums?
I think it's Emma, Arielle, Laura.
Men? You said
Oh, I
same
already
as me,
said
right?
I already said that.
Yeah, Jeff.
Same as
Are you saying Jeff?
I'm saying Adler, Vellner, Roman.
Do you
oh
think Vellner's gonna jump Chandler? Dang.
Well, this is honestly, I don't think so.
Oh, that's
But
what
that
you
was
want.
my prediction coming in.
Oh, and you
And so if I could hit it dead on, I think that
that would be amazing.
right. And I'm
I would
it's
be
close.
Thrilled with that one.
I love Chandler.
yeah.
And I think that's a great story. The Chandler story is a great story. As a media outlet, I love that Chandler's in the mix.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
but
thank you. She's so
4
good.
rounds for time,
It's called Bob's the Giraffe.
Oh.
500-meter run, jerry can, log traverse. What
Synchro bobble.
are we
Oh,
playing?
that's gonna be gross. Where are they running again? The teams have run a lot. They did the 5K as a team. They had to run on the run lift. They're gonna run on this. I mean, I love me some running, but
So you just made me think of something that we talked about at the beginning. What about Chandler as most improved?
I was thinking that when we said possibly second for him too.
But he wasn't even there last year.
Doesn't
But
matter.
it doesn't matter, yeah.
That's why he's even more improved. He didn't even make it.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
Wow.
Wow.
If you guys aren't following DataWad, go follow DataWad. She is crushing it this week.
Mhm.
She's even throwing in the chats the workouts that we're too tired to look up.
Mhm.
You can't see it.
But yeah, Chandler. And again, I said it last night. I'm going to say it again tonight. Amy got a reel of Chandler singing "Smooth" by Rob Thomas and Santana. If you have not seen that reel, you got to go find it. It cracks me up every time I watch it. And Elise says, "Oh, I follow DataWad." Listen, she is the next big thing in CrossFit. The numbers she's putting out are freaking awesome. We are so lucky to have her. She put out a stat today about how the rookies fared so far this weekend. Amazing, amazing stats. Has the rookies' best finish as well as where they currently stand or if they already got cut. So yeah.
Well, we have a big day of fitness watching tomorrow, so
You guys are the best. We love each and every one of you. Elise and Bruce and Jody. Wow. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it so much. With that, we wish you all good night and cannot wait to recap the final day tomorrow night, live from the presidential suite at the Super 8 Motel. Bye, guys.